The Eagle front is very similar to the Okie front. The main difference is that all three defensive linemen are now lined up inside the offensive tackles. Typically, the strong outside linebacker is aligned to head up on the tight end in a 6 technique. The other outside linebacker can play at the line of scrimmage or off the ball. The Eagle front allows the interior 3 to better occupy all 5 offensive linemen and force double teams by alignment. Some form of the Eagle or 5-2 defense started in the 1940s and 50s and evolved from there into the more conventional 4-3 defenses we see more commonly now. The Eagle front, unlike the Okie, is a one-gap system with the same linebacker over the tight end being the only one with 2-gap responsibility. The ends align in a 4-eye, so the Sam linebacker has to control both inside and outside of the tight end. Due to the alignment of the 4-eye, it makes it very difficult for the offensive tackle to scrape down and prevent the 4-eye from chasing pulling guards. The alignment also allows the end to be close enough to occupy the guards. There is a 0 or a shade lined up over the center. The outside linebackers can be walked down or walked back versus spread teams to help combat the pass while still being able to fill and force the ball back inside. With the 2 ends aligned in the B gap, that forces offenses to either attack the A gap or bounce the ball outside towards the outside linebackers. The 4-eye alignment can also isolate the tackles on the ends on zone scheme plays. When the guard attempts to leave for the second level, that gives the end access to a one-on-one with the tackle with inside leverage to disrupt blocking schemes. If the guard stays with the tackle on a double team, that frees up the linebackers to scrape and fill. With only 3 down defensive linemen and a 2-gapping player over the tight end that will also have pass coverage responsibility, that leaves the defense with 3 rushers on 5 blockers in passing situations. Defenses will send a Sam lined up over the tight end, but that takes a special player that is able to pass rush and run defend as they're responsible for 2-gapping the C and D gap. When dropping into coverage, the will now has pass responsibility, which leaves the weak side C gap open. In man coverage, both the outside linebackers would be in man coverage while also being responsible for a gap. That's not a recipe for success to have 2 separate players in run-pass conflict on either side of the field. The Eagle front is great for occupying offensive linemen. It forces double teams and works well against gap scheme runs. While it has some limitations in pass rush and coverage, there are ways to work around it and maintain the integrity of the defense. The Eagle front is becoming more and more popular at all levels. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching all the way through. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know someone, a scheme, idea, person who you want to see broken down here in the future. But I'm also releasing a speaking football course that goes over the basics of the language of football, what techniques are, what alignments are. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description.